Welcome into Local and Community Issues and Answers, right here with Jonathan Lawson. Today's special guest, so glad to have Bob Hornsby from the Cowboy Up for Christ. I'm telling you what, welcome into the program.
Thank you, glad to be here.
I am so glad that you took the time to come and be with us. Tell the viewing audience and the listening audience, what about Cowboy Up for Christ?
Cowboy Up for Christ began approximately 2 years ago at a local church with a round pen, serving 12 to 15 kids. Okay, September of 2010, we had the opportunity to buy a farm, incorporate it as Triple R Range, and Cowboy Up for Christ was moved to Triple R Range as a part of the program.
Now you all are doing so much for the community, so much for people in general, helping people, encouraging people. And tell me a little bit of some of your experiences that you've seen.
Well, we started out, we were on a farm that was formerly a drug farm.
Right.
The pond on the farm or the lake was built as a front for drugs.
Oh.
The house was not completed, so we got to convert it over. We've got a makeshift kitchen. We feed approximately 150 people every Monday night. We've got 2 round pens set up for the kids. We've got 1 round pen. We usually put 7 horses, 7 kids, or adults that don't know how to ride. We're not discrimination on age. If you're 80 years old, we'll lead you on a horse. But we got another round pen that we actually teach kids to ride.
That is so great.
And then from there, once we feel safe with them, we got a group of individuals that take 5 or 6 kids at a time out on the trail at night.
See, you're reaching out to people, and you're encouraging people, and you're even teaching these kids a joyous thing, to be able to ride and just to be around the horses and out on the farm. There's a lot of people right now that may even be watching this. Where are you located at? How can they come and see you?
We're located off of Old 30, approximately 18 miles from London, in a little community called Letterbox. We're on Peter Cave Branch Road. We've got a website. I can be reached at 606-438-1309 with anyone, any questions or directions.
Right. So you encourage a lot of people to come down and get involved with you and just visit with you?
We encourage everyone to come in and look one time.
Right.
But we'll warn them up front, if they come one night and see those kids, they might be hooked.
You know, that is such a blessing. And you're doing it for the glory of God and Jesus. Just to try to help people. And
we're trying to keep kids off of drugs.
Right.
The Triple R Range was set up. That's from 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. Rest, refuge, and reveal.
Right.
So we initially set up 4 kids, but found out it's doing as much for adults and us individually and personally as it was for. So it's a God thing.
Oh.
It's a non-denominational.
Right.
We have people of all faiths and no faiths there.
Right.
And there's no requirements. If you can lead a horse, we need you.
Right.
If you can sit and talk with kids, we need you. If you can put a worm on a hook and throw it in a pond with some kids, we need you. If you can't do anything else, we need your money, support, prayers, whatever.
Right. And I noticed that your son is really involved in this too, a lot.
He was the one that really started to get the incorporation started.
Now, what's your son's name?
Brad Hornsby.
Brad Hornsby. And now you and all are just like a team and just doing everyday work down there now.
We're operating under mass confusion. We started, my wife along with she and a couple of other ladies cook for these kids, kids and adults. And adults are fattening up down there too. But they organize the food. We have a lot of different volunteers. There's no real plan of operation on each Monday night. We don't know how many horses we're going to have there. We don't know how many kids we're going to have.
Right.
And the amazing thing it's all worked out.
See?
You know, somebody asked me who's in charge.
Right.
And I guess I had to think a few minutes and say, well, I reckon God is.
Exactly.
Because I'm not smart enough, and none of the people with us are smart enough to run that.
Well, you never know whose life is being changed from your efforts for God's glory. I mean, there's people watching this right now on TV. There's people listening to this right now on radio. This is going off on the YouTube. It's going around the world on Ustream. It's on Facebook. It's on all the major websites. So you never know. They might be young people watching this right now that would like to get involved and have a purpose.
We would love to have them.
Right.
We meet every Monday night at 6 o'clock. When the weather's permissible, we ride horses.
Right.
Probably